Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope every one of you are doing fine. And if you are not doing fine today, maybe you'll be doing fine tomorrow. Think positive. All of you remember to think positive. Whoever known the meaning of positive it pay. You may say it pay in what way? Positive, it helps me. I can give you example. Positive is a cure for me. Positive, when you think of the past tense of your positive, it cover the most negative. Is a healing medication that helps the hormones to work properly. Like in Swedish, you call it hormone forsvara. In English, I don't know, you call it hormones functioning. When you're positive, you build your hormones to work positive, faster. When you're positive, it helps you to fight other diseases in the body. When you're positive, it helps your body to fight small diseases who could be in your ways. When you're positive, you don't get sick easily. When you're positive, the body concentrates the way it's supposed to create the functioning of the body. So think positive or learn how to think positive, because positive, it helps. Me, it helps me many times until I learn to teach you. I am not telling you be positive when you are negative. Continue with your negativity so it will remind you all the time of the guilty conscience. Remember, when you are a human being, you are negative. You can be silent, smiling, while you're burning in you with your past tense of negative. Me, I don't have a lot of negative in the past tense, and I don't gonna fix one. I'm just gonna try to be better and better and better and better, because I already know the beauty of it. This video is to teach some of you who cared about listening to things in a website. Or you could be listening direct if I was recording direct. Or you would like to snitch in my house and watch in my house with a secret camera without permission of myself or lives there. If in case, if it was that way. What I want to say here is about Sweden. And more about my country, Tanzania. And the things I'm going to talk about here is not only about those two countries I mentioned. It's going to be a benefit for every country who will listen to this. But I'll mention two countries. Why should I not mention my country? Why should I mention Sweden without mentioning Tanzania, where I come from? Who teach me how to be positive. Tanzania teach me how to be positive. Tanzania, they are positive people, and all of you in it, I think you know that. So the positive of me that I came with from Tanzania, it can help you, some of you, to teach you positive and the beauty of positive. A beauty of positive in this video is about you got to build, not to destroy. If you're clever and if you're positive, you don't build to destroy, or you don't build what is this. You don't build a negative, you build positive when you're a builder. Even in teaching, even in advising, even in even on yourself, dress positive, things that makes you look good. Because anyone will look on you when you dress good, look good is positive. It gives a positive thinking for anyone who watch you. You dress nice, you go in the street or anywhere. One is positive. Whatever look on you, they think positive when you dress positive. So even dress positive. Because some of you dress words. You dress outwear that if anybody watch you, they think negative. Me, every time I dress something, I dress thinking. That's why everywhere, when I go there, people are turning upside down, looking at me side to side, because I dress like what you see here. Is that not beautiful? Even when you look at my video, you don't like what you see there. And I'm not naked. To say I'm showing you my nakedness, that's what gives many attention to look on people's naked. Like they never see anybody naked in their bedrooms, to focus on people that are naked, that are not theirs. You focus on the woman that are not yours in the grown-up ways, as you cannot think common senses. A woman, when you think about her private nakedness, it's got to be your woman, that you allowed your brain to think that way. A woman can dress anything. You just have to know who is your woman to think sexually with them. Else you don't know how to have self-control. Else if I am a woman, I'll just dress a small thing. I know, you guys, when we wear small things, when we say come, you will come. We just have wear to small thing. And say, I want this man, when I wear this kind of specific wear, I can show him something there. It's the same as I will get you by force. I will just put it out there to get you by force, or what, you guys? Meaning you guys, learn how to think and when to think. When to think sexually with a woman. And when not to think sexually with a woman, even if she doesn't have too much clothes on. You know why I say that? In the time of Garden of Eden, hey, Adam, how these ladies, they were naked completely. They are seeing everything that happening in nature is how you are seeing it nowadays. Making love. Did they think of making love with their pose? No. Until something told them, If that man that then named Adam, he didn't see what his lady was. Or he decided to start seeing, he was wearing a very sunglasses. When he hit the apple, and then the sunglasses, he became a reading glasses. Or he became like, was wearing a glasses where I could not see her nakedness. And think about something after seeing all those things that was in the jungle with road pose anyway, and doing the grown-up do. They were seeing them. You can see them nowadays when you look in the nature, even bats doing the grown-up play. Meaning men, learn how to think. A woman where you have to allow to think about her sexually is when you know it's yours. There you allowed those thinking to flow. To reality for thinking of standing up or to run, to drive. You don't think so, you guys? Or you think, you guys, that we women, when we see you in short pants, in singlet, with your chest, we cover our hair, we see you guys with beautiful hair, you wear short pants, you don't think we see those beautiful legs, you guys, that you have? Why women, we don't think sexually with you guys? We see your chest, we can find out more of what could be there. Whatever your dress, the shirt is, or covering your arms, we can see the size of your body, that something in between, something there could be something nice size. We see you in singlet, your arms, your short pants, we look at those legs, we know what could be more there. We women. Why we don't think sexually when we see you guys those way? We women. Because we have self-control. We know, we women, when to think sexually and when to think normally. That means that we women, even if you guys are dressing, we cannot fantasy your size. Even if you are this size, well, even if you can be covered with all the clothes you like, you guys, we still see the beauty is beauty, even if you hide it. Meaning women, when they dress small outwears, don't be stupid more than Adam, you guys. Adam himself is very clever. I could not go to that woman in the Garden of Eden until herself she said, I think it's okay. And you guys, all those years, you cannot concentrate on seeing beautiful women legs. You cannot seem to look on her body and say, at least these women now, they are beautiful. It's not only Adam who see the beauty on the women. Did Adam, when he saw the beauty of that woman completely naked, he thought about doing the do? The grown up to? No. Until she asked him herself to do it. Until she told him, Adam, I think we should eat apple. You think he didn't see everything there? He uses common sense. So Adam is more clever than any one of you guys in it. Adam will have a self-control than most of you guys in it. One. What I want to talk about my country. My country was the same before. Like most of country. Woman, you are not getting married anywhere if you are not a virgin. It was in my age, and I'm 40 something. Not any woman there that was going to be married with anybody without being virgin. Not any man was going to accept that. When they started divorcing women, they marry you virgin, they divorce you anyway. Who will marry you after? Whenever the man is looking for somebody that are virgin. The single mothers everywhere. When the husband, they divorce them. When the husband, they divorce them, then they know who is going to marry somebody that are not virgin. When it became all over, women who stand stronger, and our guys who was clever, they stand stronger for us, women in Tanzania. They start allowing married with the women who have been married before, without caring if the people they're going to laugh on them or not, those guys. Our clever guys in Tanzania, they support us as women. They start having girlfriends, I think, and then some of them, they get pregnant, and then, people, they don't know, then, you cannot hide pregnant. And then it became difficult and difficult and difficult and difficult for some of those in the beginning. Then it became common, and then everybody started allowing. And nowadays, they are working on allowing, like Sweden, boys and girls to be able to have a boyfriend. And until now, they are working on some family. They already have allowed their girls to say the truth if they are dating somebody. They are learning from that old fashion of virginity story in marriage, like Sweden. Do you understand? And some of you countries who doesn't seem to gonna have that traditionally of allowing boyfriends or allowing getting married with women that are not virgin, then you got to put a rules that whatever you marry that virgin woman in that country, no divorce. Because you're not going to be marrying them when they are virgin. You virgin them, you do all you like and roll with them, you make babies with them, and then you are tired with them, you tell them, and then you virgin. I'm tired with you, are between chanting. Then you put a rules. You can't read your virgin story in marriage. That while you marry her, no divorce. So those women, they will not be abused with virginity marriage and divorced later, and nobody want to marry them after. How can you imagine if I'm in that country? Why should I go and marry somebody that been married to somebody when the virgin is everywhere? that I can find. Why should I marry somebody who have been touched with somebody? When the rules is you are allowed to divorce, there I would marry every year. I would marry a new one. I virginity. I play his own name. I play there. The next year I get a new one and the new one, and then I last all those women I used. Do you understand? Like Sweden, it was like that before in Sweden. Virgin story was the same thing in Europe. In Europe, let me tell you, my people, my Africans, or my Europeans, or my white people, my human beings, in it. Sweden or Europe, they use even to have a special debate on their wives. For some of you who have went to school in Europe, you have read that history. For some of you who never go to school like me, maybe you have heard it from somebody. Me, I heard it from somebody because I never go to school since I came in Europe, because my brain have been traveling to different countries to study when I'm in here in Malmo. Maybe I didn't have money for school fees. My parents, they are poor to pay my school fees in Europe. That's why I don't have education. I hope if I could win money somewhere there, that I can go and study and afford a school fees in Sweden. You know, we take a loan, and after that we have to pay. So if I could be able to have a free school in Sweden, as a grown-up, I could be able to bring this even to the level, to better quality educated people, but I don't have school fees. None in my family are rich enough to pay my school fees. And I don't want to take a loan because then it's a lot of money. My apartment to pay when I take a loan, and then the food, and then the transport, and the apartment. It will be a lot of money to pay. It will be like I'll die and leave a debt. Even if I live more than 200 years, the debt will not be able to be paid. So I wish I have a family who could pay my school fees, but we are all poor in my family. None any one of them who can afford school fees for me in Sweden. And the loan is a lot of money. I hope when the time of printing money, that people will not cry like me. The education. So in Tanzania, we used to be like most of the countries like that, with the virgin stolen marriages and boyfriends. It was not allowed in the time I was in Tanzania in the age of 78. I'm born in 78. And then when I came in Europe, I met a lot of educated people that was nice, who helped me to tell me the tradition of the history of Europe. History of Europe, they were the same thing as nobody touched my woman. When they used to go anywhere from their houses, they put a belt, they make especially belts where they put it on the women, as nobody should touch their women. When they are not around, jealousness, that nobody sleep with my woman, even if I have to put a belt on now when I'm not around to make sure that nobody touch her. And then the Arab country, we know how it works. Same story as what European was doing before. As you don't put a belt, but you put rules that nobody touch them. As you cannot talk with them and teach them in a nice way. As you cannot love them until they don't love to be touched with somebody else than yourself. As you cannot teach those women how to love. As you cannot teach those women that, please, when you cheat on me, it will hurt me. You want a happy man, You don't want my friend laughing on me, my wife. Don't do that, because it will be hurting me, Teach those women how to love. If they don't know it, then putting abilities or putting traditional that are making them blah. Okay. Sweden was not that rules of putting belts on women for the sake of they should not cheat. Sweden. Was it Europe that jealous like some of those countries of controlling women before in time? Was you putting belts on women in Europe? For the sake of nobody should charge somebody's wife. As you could not tell them, please, if I am a man, we are like this way, you don't want to, when we're in relationship, somebody else is touching your love. You think they will not understand when you tell them. Because you think women are idiots, that when you tell them, they will not understand you. You just have to come with the belt and tight their trousers. Nobody calls say, I'm your man. As you cannot tell them. In a nice way. But you like to come in this video and say, incorrect you. Correct those who doesn't know. Europe, was you putting belt on women for the sake of they should not cheat on you guys in Europe before? Europe, was it not a shame to be pregnant when you are not married before, like most of those countries? Europe, is that something I'm saying here? I don't know. Sweden, is something I'm saying here? I don't know. Or all of European countries. So you will still behind. Wake up. This is 2026. You tell your women how much it will hurt you if they cheat on you. They will not do it. And you make love with them. And you tell them how much you like them. They will not go and cheat on you. I am a woman. I know women. And you let them whatever they dress, whatever they want to dress. If Adam could be able to handle or saying an hour naked, you, the rest of you guys, you cannot. You cannot think my lollipop have to stand up with the owner of that lollipop. You cannot. I can just put a miniskirt and tell you, hey, follow me. You come. As you cannot think of where to put your lollipop. I mean, miniskirt, your short pants, your G-strings, or underwears, or leggings, got to tell you to stand up the lollipop. As you cannot think. In this kind of 2026 generations, you cannot think of who's supposed to be standing for. You just stand for anybody who show you miniskirt. You tell me you have common sense. You tell me you have self-control. Meaning you can come there with my sexy body, you know, it's like how beautiful we are. I'm just gonna put the miniskirt on, I put the G-string on, I put the push-up on, I show you all those beefs. And I'll just say, you know, I know when I dress miniskirts, when I say, hey, darling, I just show you how to, and I tell you, come, we're going to, you follow. Or you will come any woman out there and tell you, I will get you when I put specific outwear. And they will just get you. I just go and put them in his skirt, short pants, just ringy, push up, makeups, and eyeliners, and the lipstick easy. Knowing for sure that when I put this kind of outwear and I go to any man, I say, they will come. And that's how you men want to function like. A man, you got to know your lollipop doesn't gonna stand up to go anywhere if you don't tell it. So you guys, if I see miniskirty, something went over me. You went there because you want to go there. And somebody was naked in front of me. I could not stand there lollipop down, but I stand it up. You wanted it to go there. It's not because somebody put it in a miniskirt. It's not because somebody was naked in front of you. I'm a woman who have self-control. I know when to put my feelings on with my G's there. I know when my fucking sexy boy is there, naked. Or I can say to my body that even if you're naked, I don't want. Even if it's my love. Same thing you can do, you guys. That women doesn't have to come in front of you naked and you stand up the lollipop. You tell your lollipop. I know you guys how you function. When you tell the lollipop, you will listen. So you guys going and raping women that they are naked. No, you got no self-control. You rape them because you wanted to rape somebody. Not because they were naked in front of you. So all of you guys, you wanna tell me in Sweden, the way they are free to wear anything they like, their guys, they can stand there all the point anyhow. The European guys, they see their ladies with small outwear like in the Garden of Eden. They don't stand there all the point because you think their all the point doesn't work. They have self-control, Europeans. Thank you, Europeans, for having self-control. European guys. Thank you for freeing your women. Thank you for sending your women in school. Thank you for giving them rights in it. Thank you, Europeans. And I pray for Tanzania to keep on, because Tanzania, they are learning how to be better as well. As I said, Tanzania was the same as Arabian rules. In my age, when I came in this world, 79, and I mentioned there in this video, nobody was marrying somebody that are not virgin. Nobody was allowed him to be pregnant. No woman was allowed him to wear anyhow clothes. Even the trousers, we are not allowed to wear trousers on your women. And I'm 40 something. But Tanzania nowadays, you can wear even trousers in the village. While in the 79, no woman wear trousers. 78, no woman trousers is for their guys. They are for guys. But nowadays, when they decide to move a little at a time to generation and supporting generation, even now in the village, there's a lot of those that are allowed to wear pants. While in 79, even to wear a skirt that are this size to knees, even if you're Christian, you're a woman, you're naked. But nowadays, go there and watch. They're moving generation after generation. Hey, Tanzania, oh yeah, Sweden, oh yeah. Okay. You guys, no more excuses at women having small outwear, and that's why you stand there all the poor. It's because you wanted to do that. Yes, I'll teach women. Women outwear, and women outwear short pants, short clothes, short stories. You can start getting those men to bed. Just put a miniskirt and say, this man is very sexy, I like him. Go and put your miniskirt and tell him, let's go, because when you put a miniskirt, you will follow. Meaning you women, you can start telling guys, follow Vazi, follow me, because I have miniskirt on. I know you guys, if they don't listen to this advice. You understand? You put those out to say, you guys, if you don't use your common sense, you stand your lollipop with your really woman that you know that you can get. You don't stand your lollipop. So, guys, you don't stand your lollipop with the women that are not yours. You learn to have self-control. It is me, I'll teach women. Anytime you want to get any man, you know what to put, because they don't want to use their common sense of where to stand their lollipops. So if you see any man there that I think I like this one, go and change your outfit and tell him, you don't see the outfit, are we going or not? That you women, any man you want out there, if they don't want to know when to stand their lollipops, you just go in your cupboard and put the outwear on and say, are we going or not? You don't see the outwear. you guys, if you don't want to understand, to stand the lollipops with your woman, that you know for sure that you have standing the lollipop for is yours. If they don't want to learn those guys, women use the outwear. Tell them, I'm going to put the outwear and see if you are not going to follow. You understand, you women out there? More than that, guys, you know, learn how to stand the lollipop in specific places where it belongs. Okay? That's what we call the self-control. More than that, do you see Europeans standing there lollipop in anyhow in any place? So you think they don't have normal feeling like most of you guys in it? They decide to use their common sense to know when to stand the lollipop and where and with who. You understand? That's why you find out rape stories most of the time is not in Europe. A rape story that are going on in Europe is a game with a group of specific. It's not about self-control. So women, if they don't want to listen, that they can be able to know when to stand their role pose. Anytime you see any man out there, go and change the outwear. If they don't want to learn from this video, put the outwear that I know you will follow me, because I know you guys don't want to learn from Jesus. And then you put the outwear that are very tiny, more than even the Adam lady. Adam lady was a lot of leaves. You want to take one leaves and put on one place there, one more leaves on the nipple there, and tell him, are we going or not? You tell the guys, you doesn't want to use common sense of when to stand your role. You don't think we women will know how to stand as well. Do you think you are standing with every man who comes that are beautiful? And then if they don't want to learn, put the outwear on and say, you guys, you don't see outwear, are we going or not? In any man you like. You just put it in outwear, say, are we going or not? You don't see the outwear, what? Or you want me to explain myself? Yes, you don't see the outwear. You don't think women will know the outwear that when you put on your photo. So you don't see the outwear, or you want me to explain myself? More than that, you guys, we can get you those way. You just put out where you say, are you going or not? More than that, learn to accept nakedness. It doesn't have to be the one who make you to stand the other pose. Then you find out the rape doesn't exist that much. Then you guys, more than that, you know, I have brothers and I have a son. You don't need to rape anybody anymore. And from this 2026, any one of you who will look for this video and learn. A woman, you tell her in the nice way, if she's gonna give you anyway, tell her even all the lies, I will marry you, I will this, I will that, I will that, I will that. If she's easy to be fooled, it's a problem if she give you. You understand? You beg for the woman to give you a sweetie honey, sweetie pie, sweetie cake, sweetie chips between something there. You tell her, darling, I will even marry you when you are even having your wife in the house. You tell her lies. If you fool her, she accepts it. It's a problem to be fooled easily than raping. And then you women, you don't give easily either. Unless if you are in the mood of, I don't do myself when I'm single. If I don't do myself when I'm single, then catch any one of those who will come easily to your way that are looking slummy. Those are looking slummy. I don't do myself when I'm single. Those slummy ones, cute guys like Zlaha, she love Yusuf, handsome guys. Who doesn't love handsome guys? You women out there, do you love handsome guys? Because me, I does. Look at most of guys who I hook up with, who I marry, who I go around with, sex somebody. And me too, I'm sexy. You don't say I'm cute. Cute but not perfect. I have a lot of scars, including some of them in my face. So I'm not perfect. Okay? So you guys, are you gonna learn when to stand your lollipop? Or we tell you when we need it? We ladies. We ladies, when we need it, that lollipop, that you just standing anyhow, when we put a small outwear, we will learn a new technology. And I'll teach them even in this video. Ladies, if the guy, they just want to stand anytime they see me in skirt, anyone you would like and say, I think I like this guy, you know what outwear to put on. Where I don't explain to him, I can bite my nails, on all the slimies from my nose, you from whatever. You just show him. You don't know what this outwear means. Are you going or not? You don't think we guys, you don't want to learn from Zulaya, we know how to get you. More than that, you guys, I'll teach those women how to get you. Women, don't do yourself when you are single. When you are single, find somebody who still want to be single. Don't do yourself when you are single. Okay? Whatever name they will give you, don't do yourself when you are single, unless if you just don't want somebody in your ways. And don't care if they will call your names, as long as you don't force them. Don't do yourself when you are single. And you guys too. Don't go and rape. Beg you for it. Okay? Even if you tell those women lies. I will marry you. I marry me when? You just meet me today, you want to marry me. You say, yeah, me, I marry any woman like you. Why not you? If she allowed herself to be fooled those way, then you're not forcing anybody. Any women. If they don't want to know when to stand their audible, anytime when like any one of them out there, just go and put out to waiting and tell him, are we going or not? More than that, I have something else to teach you before I end the video. You know, you guys, you have been saying about Adam's lady, she medicine. Okay? You have been teaching in many schools, and I'm sure you're going to continue teaching that kind of rubbish to specific ages. If I could say I append that kind of what and books in madrasa or Sunday schools, so they can come and learn those books later themselves in the schools. If they taught that way, that could be nice. More than that, you guys, man is provider. When a man denied to be a provider in our age, in our generation, we will teach you guys how men should be a provider, and then if he's not provider, how we're gonna teach him to be a provider by force, or how we're gonna change him to something else. You see, you say Adam's lady pick the apple and give to the man to eat. And the one who tell the Adam lady, she got the message from the snake to give Adam the apple to eat, okay? Let's say we agree. We are fool to agree, so let's pretend we are fool to agree. Or they taught that way, and then they teach us, and then when we came to find out, we know that story is what they taught. Okay? Okay, let's make the Adam Eden to something else. To new Eden. To this Eden of love. Of any one of you. Or whatever you have between your chests. If it's heart or stones. Or sands. Okay? Of whatever you guys have there. Adam could not go and pick the apple himself. And bring to the woman to eat. The new Eden. He didn't go to the apple trees. The new Eden. He didn't go to apple trees to pick the food for his lady. So she went there to pick the food for him instead. And she found a snake. And the snake, he told her, okay, a guy, he doesn't want to come and pick the apple for you. Instead, he sent you to come and pick the apple. So give him this kind of apple. And then, you guys just want to continue being provider. We will go and pick an apple in the new garden of Eden. And when we go there, we will find those ones. A snake with two heads. Because the snake will teach them to eat the apple in the garden of Eden. Where I was having one head. That's why they used that one head to the garden of apple in the sheep. It was the one head to go in the sheep to fix babies. Okay? Our new Eden. Don't you want us to believe in Eden? Our new Eden. We're gonna go there. We will find the cobra with two heads. And then we will tell Adam, one of the head in the mouth, one in the front back, with the back hole. That the snake will find the new Eden with the two heads. Because the first head, it was one head snake that teach them the head of Adam of Rodipo where he's supposed to go, isn't it? So our new Eden, Garden of Eden, we will find a snake with two heads. When we go to pick the food for the man, that's want to be a provider. He wants us to go and find the apple for him to eat. We will go there to find that apple for Adam to eat. Sir. Okay? We will find the snake you have 2 heads. Like cobras. A snake with the 2 heads. Okay? And because they are 2 heads, one will give Adam to put in the mouth, and one of the head he can put in the back hole. And you know what that means. When you don't want to be a provider, we will look for the food for you. We will look for the apple for you to eat. We will go to the Garden of Eden. We say, Garden of Eden, you have one snake with 1 head, isn't it? That will teach Adam to eat apple and create human beings. When we go there, we want to find a head with a snake with 2 heads. And then we will give to Adam one of the head he put in his mouth. And one of the head he put it behind the hole. And then when he does want to be a provider again, he will go there again to find a snake. You have 3 heads. And you know, every time we go there, the first head then, one snake, you will one normal head. You teach Adam how to eat apple. When you don't want to be a provider, because Adam said they went to pick the apple, isn't it? To the man to eat, for the sad to eat. She found the snake there. You tell them how to do, they do. The grown up to. The next, we will go to that head in ourselves to find the food for the man. The apple. We will find the snake with 2 heads. We will bring that snake. One of the head, the other man to put it in the mouth, one in the behind the hole. Because the front hole was wrong. When the Adam learned the front head was wrong, they did sin. Next time we'll go to that head and we'll find 2 of them. One for Adam's in the mouth, and one for the behind the hole. Or you go and know, you men, you are provider. You don't send your woman to go to the Eden to bring something for you to eat. You send her to go to that apple, she will find the snake. Will teach you how to make love. And the next time we send her to go and look for more food for you, she'll find a snake with 2 heads, one in the mouth, one in the back hole. Because the first snake, he teach them the front hole. The next snake will have 2 heads, the back hole and front hole of the man. One he will put in the mouth, one he put in the back hole. And then if you say, we're not looking for food for you anyway, we don't want to be provided, we'll go there again. The 3rd time we'll find the snake, you have 3 heads. And then every time we don't provide, we go to that garden to find the snakes. You see, Adam, he sent this woman to go and pick something for him to eat. She found the snake there. That if that man is sending you to look for food for you instead, go and teach him how to make love. And next time, when we go there to look for a provider, a money, we go to that garden, 2 snakes. No, 1 snake with 2 heads. One in his mouth, one in the back hole. When you say you go there again and find money, I don't want to be provider. Every time we go there, we find the snakes more the head. That the first head, he teach you how to make love. He was having 1 head. The next time we go there, if you don't want to provide, we'll find we have 2 heads. I'll tell you Adam, those 2, one is for the mouth, one for the back hole. There I'm not talking about Adam, I'm talking about you guys who just want to be provider. The women, you know their situations. And you want them 50-50 on the economy. Do you know how they feel when they are pregnant, those women, you guys? Do you? You can imagine how to be sucked on the bubbles to feed somebody, I don't know how many months. Somebody sucking your own skin to eat. Your own booze. You don't even think about it. You want to come with a 50-50 story. A man, you are more than 50. In power, in providing, in protecting. Men, you're not 50-50 with women. A provider is not a 50-50. Capish? Understood? Understanding? And first, tunaelewana? Are we understanding each other here? So go and say, I'm not a provider in your house. We will tell your women to go to the garden and find those 2-head snakes, because in the first garden was a snake with 1 head. If you don't want to provide in your house, we'll tell your woman where to go. And you will tell her what is there. And then you can say 50-50. Men, you can do back, and women, we can do front. Let's do 50-50. Yes. When you go back to that Eden, a man will also do in your hall. And then women, we can do also in your front hall. 50-50, you do, I do. You do the jugu, you do the grown-up thing in your... Yeah. Now we do 50-50. Your hall can be used for it as well, you guys. Don't you like to talk about women with those halls? So we will go to the garden. Deny to be a provider. Talk about 50-50. A man is a man. A man is a provider. When you have a mother who can teach him. A man is not 50-50. A man is a protector for that woman. A man is a provider for that woman. A man is for loving that woman. A man is for, my woman. And help her to understand it, to be loved, and provide her. You don't only provide food, you also provide the feelings that will make your woman happy. It is. If I could like to slap, I will slap every man who doesn't want to understand this video. More than that, provider, you can never be 50-50. And never allowed to be 50-50. Allowed to be loved, allowed to love, allowed to protect your woman, and allowed to show her that when you learn from this video, you change. You know when to stand your lollipop and where, when with who. You learn how to beg them. Like, can you play with my lollipop? Do you like my lollipop? I think my lollipop is sweet. I think my lollipop it could be nice if it's right. And I think you like it. I don't know what I think. You lie, you tell, you excuse until you think. I think so. Not forcing. Are you a provider or not? Or put out to say, are you coming or not? We will go to the Garden of Eden and put out to and tell you, are you coming or not? Deny to be a provider. Deny to be that you're better than 50. Men, you're better than 50. Okay? A man, you are 60 over 40. Women, maybe we can say 40, men 60. Because the man, you are the protector. That's why you are more than 50. Okay?